Hello, everybody. Welcome to the United Core Ground. This is Simon. Good Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping warm. Where I am, it's still cold. But regardless, it's a wonderful Saturday evening. As usual, we are here at 9 p.m. before match day to do a preview of the game. And as you can see, on this side, it's Fulham versus United preview. So United are playing the second game of the new Premier League season 2025-2026, and we are going away to Fulham. So we are going to do a preview, look at the team news, and look at the predictions, as well as hear what you have to say about the game. Unfortunately, I started the stream late. I didn't quite come with my predicted 11 ready, but it's all good. We'll do it together. I can get from your comments who you want to see play in the forward line. Do you want Sheshko to start? Do you want Kunya Mbumo there? Mason Mount to start ahead of Benjamin Sesko? Who do you want to start in the defense? We'll have a look at that. And of course, we are going to go through some of the comments made by Ruben Amorim in the pre-match interview or pre-match press conference. We know that most teams, especially United, do their pre-match press conferences on Friday. So yesterday, it's the day that Amorim did a presser before the game. So thanks for everyone who's joining us on TikTok. We're still waiting for more guys to join. We are also live on YouTube. In case you want to post a comment, we'll highlight the comment on the screen. In case you have a question or suggestion, let us know. And yesterday in our live, the Chaos Square Ground live, we had a suggestion to do watch along. Would you guys like us to do a watch along for the Fulham versus United game? Let me know. Let me know whether we do a watch along. I want to make sure that everything is running. That's why you see my eyes and my head turning to make sure that everything is okay. I'm seeing you live on TikTok. Jay has joined. Brian Ames has joined. YouTube. Let's see how many people are viewing the stream at the moment. Guys are still joining. So this is UKG. I'm Simon once again. Let's get the preview started. So United are playing against Fulham tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Kenyan time or Eastern African time. And we didn't have a good start to the season. We lost against Arsenal 1-0 at Old Trafford. And this is a game that is a must-win, as the title of the video says, or as the caption says. It's a must-win for us. Yeah, it's fine to lose against Arsenal. Arsenal is a big team. They are far ahead in terms of progression, in terms of building a squad. They are further ahead than United. They have had the coach a couple of years now compared to United. But still, the performances were good compared to what we would expect from a United side. So, Fulham game, we must win. The Fulham game is a must win. We can't afford to lose or drop points in that game, because the pressure there will be too much on the coach, too much on the team, and the fans won't have it. The fans won't be happy. And Fulham, we've always had a good outing at Craven Cottage. We've won, I think, 4 of the last 5 fixtures, if not all of them. And it's a venue where we go. It's a tricky venue. It's Fulham away are always tricky. And I think the last few games we've only been winning 1-0 or with a difference of 1 goal. But this time round, we need to go there and make a statement. United need to go there and win like 3-0 or 3-1 or 4-1. We've already seen teams in the Premier League, they are setting pace. Chelsea yesterday won 5-1. Arsenal are currently winning. If I go back to the results, Arsenal are currently winning. Before I came to the live, I think they were 1-0 up or 2-0 up. Let me just confirm. City have lost. a shocking loss to Tottenham. So teams are starting to say, yeah, it's 4-0 to Arsenal. They won against us at Old Trafford. Now they are 4-0 up. And you see, this is a Leeds team, a just promoted team. Bournemouth have won. Burnley have beaten Sunderland. Tottenham have beaten City. And you know that if United don't start winning such matches, let's say against Fulham, they don't start beating Burnley, West Ham. West Ham were beaten 5. When we meet them, we need also to make sure that we win. Arthur, you're saying you're now making a statement that is on TikTok. Yeah, we need to have a statement win. We can't afford to have United just losing points, especially against teams like Fulham. No, we can't afford to have that. Honestly, we can't afford to have that. Because at the end of the day, Amorim will be under massive pressure to make sure that he's getting the best out of the squad he has. At the moment, Amorim is not yet happy with the squad. There are a couple of players who are yet to leave the club. He wanted to leave the club. He wanted them to leave the club. He has gotten the forward line he wished for. But he doesn't have a midfielder and a goalkeeper. But still, that's not an excuse. With the current squad we have at the moment, we should be beating Fulham. So we need a statement win. And I like what Arthur Morgan is saying. You're now making a statement. You play well against big boys, but not underdogs. That's JJ saying, yeah, now the comment plugin is working. I don't know why it keeps messing me up. So, JJ, I think this is your first time tuning in, if not first time commenting. Karibu sana. So you're saying you play well against big boys, but not the underdogs. True. What I'm scared of against Fulham is being lethargic, being slow, wasteful on the ball, not getting to the second balls, not getting into the tackles. Because Fulham away is always a tricky fixture. We always score like in the 70th minute or the last minute of the game. But United need to go into that game with a better performance than we had against Arsenal. That is the only way we can now show that, or we can see as fans that the team is serious. The team is now different than what we had last year. As JJ has said, we played well against big boys, but not the underdogs. I mean, we were being beaten by Brighton, being beaten by Newcastle, struggling to beat Fulham. We beat them 1-0. We can't afford to have such performances again. No. Arthur Morgan, you're saying, I think this is also your first time tuning in and commenting. Karibu sana. You posted the first comment of the day. Legend of the day. So you say, but as a Chelsea fan, the only statement you want is from Fulham. Yeah, of course, as a rival fan, you want to see Manchester United lose. Yesterday night, a lot of United fans also wanted to see you lose, especially when the first goal went in, because West Ham were the ones who scored first. Everyone was happy until West Ham capitulated. So, yeah, a Chelsea fan supporting a fellow London club, so it's expected. Alvon, your first time, I think, as well, commenting and joining the show. Karibu sana. This is UKG, United Kwa Ground. And Karibu sana. This is the preview. So you say, what I'm scared of is the starting 11. Yeah, Amorim. Yeah. We don't know what Amorim usually plans for. We don't know whether he will start Mount. We don't know whether he will start Sheshko. And we'll go through the predicted lineup. I said that I didn't have mine ready as I was coming live, but it's a good thing because we can do it together. We can come up with the lineup together and see who plays. You can let me know in the comment section who you want to play. So we don't know what Amorim looks for. We don't know what he's planning. Sometimes he can do weird things. For example, playing Daloy ahead of Ahmad, and it worked out. Sheshko is not fit as per the reports, but we know that he can come in and play at least 60 minutes. Yeah, so let's go to some of the team news. As before we get to the statistics or the head-to-head of Fulham versus Manchester United. So as I mentioned, we normally get the United managers' press conferences on Fridays, mostly on Friday morning their time, which is around noon our time. Yeah, so I'm still seeing comments coming through before I bring in the scene. JJ, you are saying, but also your squad is lacking traditional wingers unless you don't plan to use wings. Amorim's system does not use wingers, traditional wingers, as you put it. Amorim's system uses wing backs. As if you've watched how we are playing at the moment, Dogu is an example of how Amorim wants his full backs to play, or his wing backs. Giovanni Kenda is a good example of an Amorim kind of wing back. Good on the defensive side, good on the attacking side. And Amorim always has one wing back who's quite defensive and one wing back who's quite attacking. So that's why you see he plays Dogu. Dogu can be very defensive and attacking at the same time. And you see on the right-hand side, he has Ahmad, who's quite progressive in attack. So that's his system. The 3-4-3 system does away with the traditional wingers. And football keeps changing. Right now, a lot of teams are not using traditional wingers. You look at Real Madrid, Alonso is not using the traditional wingers as Ancelotti was using. You look at Pep, no longer has traditional wingers. You look at also Maresca at Chelsea, no longer has traditional wingers. And that's part of the reason why I think Arsenal are also struggling, because the game has changed. And I say struggling on the wings, it's because the game has changed. And when you play against, let's say, a system that has wing backs, the wingers usually leave out spaces. And you saw that they were struggling against United, because when a winger pulls forward, it means the fullback has also to push forward, and it leaves a lot of spaces on the back line on the wings for the number 10s or the wing backs to play the ball and or get into position, or even a forward can go in. So the traditional wing backs is almost dying. We have some teams who are bringing them back, but you look at also Barcelona, you look at PSG, it's more of an inverted wing back or an inverted winger, not the traditional forward wingers we are used to, like I'm a United fan, let me mention them, like Giggs, like Nani. The game in that aspect is like it's dying, and it seems like Pep is the one who caused guys to transition to that way. Yeah, so it's a good point there. My hope is, instead of traditional wingers, is the wing backs really do well, because that's our outlet. That's how we can get the ball out and put a cutback or a cross into the box. Yeah, let me see. There you go. Yeah, so part of the team news is Onana is ready to play like last week, so we will see him in the game. We will see in the game who is going to be the goalkeeper. Licha is out, Nus, that is Mazraoui, is out. The rest of the guys are fit. So Onana didn't play last weekend, and Amorim said the same thing. We've already seen Højlund, the sort of treatment he's getting because of Šeško coming in. So we don't know whether Onana will also face the same treatment. Honestly, we don't know whether he will face the same treatment or he is already facing the same treatment, where you don't get into the squad because we are getting a keeper. We know at the moment United are going for Sane Lamens. Onana, personally, I wouldn't like him to come in right now. Already Bayandie is playing well. He has played a lot of preseason games, and he will relish that chance to come and prove people wrong and try to amend for his mistakes he did against Arsenal. The one mistake he did against Arsenal. Other than that howler that caused us to lose the game, he had a pretty good game. His outletting was okay. His passes were finding the players. He was coordinating well, playing out of the back. He was comfortable doing it. Onana right now, I would say let his first game be Grimsby in midweek, the Carabao Cup. Let him play that game as his first game. But this game against Fulham, let's play Bayandia. Yeah, let's play Bayandia. So Martinez, Lisandro Martinez is out. Nus Mazraoui is out. But the rest of the guys are fit. So which means Joshua Zirkzee is fit. Probably we'll see him on the bench. Onana is fit. Maguire is fit. Everyone is fit. I think also Eden Heaven is fit because he had an injury against Fiorentina. So looking at some of the news in terms of outgoing, he said, well, you need to talk to Jason Wilcox. And I'm starting to love how Amorim is handling the media. In the previous match review against Arsenal, you saw how he reacted, his press conference. He reacted when he was asked why Onana was not playing. And having such answers makes sure that the journalist won't ask stupid questions. So that's it. So when he was asked about transfers, he said it's not an idea that the guys are going to leave to play in a different club and then we'll receive another player. Well, we don't know what's going to happen, but we are not waiting to take out someone to get another. I think players you are talking about are not with this group at the moment. So he was referring to the bomb squad. On Højlund, he said, like a professional, how did he react to being dropped? We need to see. Let's wait and see when the market closes, and then everything will be clear. So Amorim is open to bringing back Højlund to the squad, but he's being kept out until his future has been sorted out. So that's what he was saying. And Højlund has behaved professionally compared to the bomb squad members. And I like to see that if, let's say, Sancho and Garnacho behave the same way, who knows, probably they would be part of the team. So random thoughts you're saying, let me just bring this back. So random thoughts, your comment. You're saying it wasn't a howler from Bayandia. If we are being honest, it was poor officiating from the center. Well, let's be honest. It was Bayandia's mistake. Honestly, it was Bayandia's mistake. If you go and watch that highlight again, and then you see that Raya got the same, similar, actually almost identical situation to what Bayandia had, Raya was able to punch that ball. He was able to punch that ball. The other thing is we need to consider is we know that Arsenal usually play a dirty game. So what the keeper should have done, start calling the referee mapema, early enough. Tell him, hey, ref, I'm being impeded, I'm being fouled. Before even the corner kick starts. The referee usually gives priority to the goalkeepers when it comes to corners and set pieces. So if Bayandia was there and he was making noise and he was saying, hey, well, what is it? I need to I need to be protected by you. The goalkeeper should have gone. Sorry, I was distracted because of a comment here. So the goalkeeper should have started shouting early enough that I'm being impeded, I'm being fouled. The referee gives priority to the keeper. He could have stopped or should have stopped the play. He went to the players and told them, hey, look, the goalkeeper is protected. If you touch him, I'm going to call a foul. And then in that event, if now it had happened that the referee is aware and Bayandia was touched, then we could have said it's a foul. But Bayandia kept quiet. And of course, we know he needed to be strong enough. Raya had the same situation and he was able to punch the ball away. In fact, if Calafiori did not touch the ball, it could have been an own goal. So I slightly disagree with you on that. It was a mistake on his part. He should have been stronger. And furthermore, call out the referee, tell him that this guy is pushing you before the corner has been taken. How many times have we seen other keepers doing that? So, yeah. Alvin, you're saying, I hope tomorrow he starts a 9 for real. We don't want the same false 9, yet we got a striker, manze. Amorim might disappoint you. He might be impressed with what happened in the last game with Mount playing, Cunha and Bumo playing, and he says that is the front three I'm going to start, and then Sheshko comes in. Honestly, the way I've seen Amorim behave, he might do that. He might state, these guys performed well against us, so they were pressing, they were creating chances. Why not? Let's keep it going. Yeah, so Alvon, you might be shocked. We'll go through the predicted team lists. Probably we'll see how, or let me know who do you want to start as a 9, and then we can have it on the lineup. Yeah, welcome Sanjay Ramauta. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name. Let me just mention the first name. Welcome Sanjay to the UKG family. Welcome to the United Quaground family. One of the best United communities you'll ever see around. So welcome. Difre Papawemba, you're saying that's true. I think you're referring to the Onana situation. Yeah, so the keeper needs to make noise. Yes, the keeper also needs to be very strong. I would rather the keeper pushes them before the corner is taken, and then the referee comes and says, hey, what are you doing? And then the keeper says, this guy is stepping on my toe. Or this guy is elbowing me. But we are too soft. I said in one of the lives that I want to see United being mean. We need to be mean. We need to be animals on the pitch. You look at Chelsea's performance yesterday. Those guys were mean. They were booting people, slide tackles, pushing, pulling shots. Look at even Arsenal, how they played against United. There's a perfect shot of Mbumo being pulled. He was basically being undressed. We are too nice. As United, we are too nice. We can't keep doing that. No. Yeah. So let's go back to the team news. A couple of comments still coming in. I'll read them. So once again, Sanjay, welcome to the UKG family. And guys on TikTok, you can please make sure you also go to our YouTube channel. You hit the subscribe button, the like button on the video. We go live both on TikTok as well as YouTube. So on YouTube, we are currently on, let me just check before we go to the news. How many subscribers? We are currently on 58. Sanjay is our latest. Yesterday we were on 56, so we've got 2 more. Our target is to get to 100 subscribers as soon as possible. I don't want to set a target, so make sure you go there, you subscribe. There's a link on the description. Subscribe, and then you like the channel. On TikTok, we are on 2769. Yesterday we started the live with 2752. We've just gotten 1 more follower. Our target is to get to 3,000 followers on TikTok. We also want to grow our YouTube channel as well. Yeah, so yeah, I've shared the statistics with you there. So let's go back to the news. Yeah, so it's always hard to play against Fulham. They have a clear identity. Marco Silva is really smart, and they are really comfortable because they have experience and understand the league. It will be a tough match, but every game is... I don't know what that is, but every game is tough to play. Okay, every game in the schedule. Every game in the schedule is tough to play. Yeah, so Fulham haven't made much changes to their squad. They haven't lost a key player or anything like that. And you know that Marco Silva is a very good coach. The way he sets up his teams is pretty good. And United need to be very good against Fulham. Loading this screen and looking at the performances there, you see that Fulham, let me just increase this so that we see. So we see that Fulham, it's always a close win. You look at the Premier League last season, 1-0, 1-0. We won 1-0 home, we won 1-0 away. You look at also in 23-24, they beat us 2-1 at Old Trafford. You look at Craven Cottage, We won 1-0. We in the 22-23 season won 2-1. FA Cup, of course, 3-1, and it had like 2 or 3 red cards. But in the Premier League, if you look at the Premier League stats, it's always a 1-goal difference. United 2-1, draw 1-1, 2-1. So we have a good record away, or while playing away at Fulham, but it's always a one goal difference. It's always a 1-goal difference. As I said, that's one of the toughest fixtures that United have. But we need to make a statement win. We need to have a statement win. United would need to win like 3-1, 3-0, 4-0, 4-1. But it's always tough against Marco Silva. And as you see, the coach there has highlighted, Amorim has highlighted that Marco Silva is really smart. And they are very comfortable. They are really comfortable because they have experience. It's a team that has played longer together compared to United's team. In terms of defending set pieces, Amorim said we need to try and analyze the opponent and put the best setup to protect the goal in set pieces. We do it all the time and we will not change because of the last goal. We need to do the same thing to the opponent. Yeah, so Amorim did state that if Arsenal are doing it and it's not being penalized, then we should keep doing it. Let's keep doing it. Or let's start doing it. So we need to be stronger in set pieces. In terms of the bomb squad, we know that it's Sancho, Garnacho, Malacia. I think, again, I know that it's not a good thing to have players in this situation, but it's clear they want to play in different clubs. And that is clear. We can try to arrange everything for both parts to be happy. So I have to try and imagine to have training with the guys that I think are going to be the future. So already they are not part of his plans. And the other guys are training and preparing for the next chapter. When the window is closed, it's a different history. When the window is closed, we have to receive the players in a new life. Anything can happen. So, he's keeping the door open. I think it's the safest thing to do. But we know that Amorim is quite brutal. He's quite brutal. Because Amorim is the one who actually said, I don't need Bruno at Sporting. And he was sold. When he went to Sporting, he sold, I think, 14 players in his first season. So he's very brutal and he knows the players he wants. And he has done a lot of job to make, a lot of work to make sure that the team is harmonious. When asked about Kobe, we know that Kobe Mainu is a player that a lot of fans want to see him play. A lot of fans want to see him get that chance. So, this is what he said. We have some issues, but we play two midfielders, and sometimes it's a different way of playing. We and they have to understand, especially the young players, the spaces in the season. This is normal. With a lot of games, things are going to change. But he's there, he's fighting, he's training, and one more option for us to win the game. So let's not get overly frustrated, or let's not get frustrated if Amorim is not playing Mainu. The season is long. There are a lot of games to be played. For example, in midweek, you are playing Grimsby. Yeah, so Mainu might play tomorrow, he might play on Tuesday. So the season we have a lot of games to play. We have the Carabao Cup, we have the FA Cup, we have the Premier League. And Kobe Mainu is young and we need to protect him. In one of the shows I said, one of the issues why Sancho suffered, Garnacho suffered, Rashford suffered, especially Garnacho and Rashford, is playing too many games when they are young, playing too many games where they are starting. You look at the way Sir Alex Ferguson used to handle the young ones. He used to give them a couple of games. They used to play in the Carabao Cup. Back then it was the Carling Cup and the FA. And a few games here and there in the Premier League, especially during the Christmas period when the games are too many. So we need to bring in Kobe gracefully, and eventually he will be our first team player. He's still young. He's in his early 20s, and we can't afford to overplay him or give him so much pressure. Because if he comes in and doesn't perform, we know how the media is. We know how the media is brutal on United players. So We need to be very careful with Kobe. On Mount and Shaw, he said that for them, it's important for them to help Manchester United reach our goals. Then they are very very players. They are experienced. I think whoever was typing was zoning out. So let's start with their experience, and they have played a lot of matches. Mason Mount has won the Champions League, and Luke Shaw. I've already said when he's fit, he's a really special player, and you can see every time he plays. So it's really important for us to have these two available for the games. One of the things we know that Amorim has done well so far is to keep those two fit. Mason Mount and Luke Shaw, they've had repeated injury issues. And seeing Mount now playing close to 6 months, it's one of the best things I've seen Amorim done. So keeping Mount and Shaw fit gives us a different dynamic. Mason Mount, every manager loves him or loved him. You look at Ten Hag, he loved him. You look at Amorim, he loves him. Even when he was at Chelsea, he was putting up Bruno Fernandes sort of numbers in terms of appearances. I think there was a time he played 52 games running or something like that. Or he featured in 52 games. And that is the consistency he had until he had an issue with an injury in the hips. And you know, the issue with the hips is if you put on too much weight on it, it's an issue. You can't play without your hips. You have to move around. You have to change direction. So that's the issue. And having the club analyze, do research, and come up with a fitness regime, a treatment regime for him, and seeing him playing the last couple of games and doing well, it's amazing. Mason Mount makes other players look good. He plays simple. He does not have flashy passes. He does not have complicated play. He looks to put in simple passes, put in through balls that are very simple. Mason Mount does not play like Bruno. He does not look for those complicated passes, those overly worldly passes, no. Even when he doesn't get a chance to shoot, he plays a pass. He doesn't force a shot. And we need more of Mason Mount in the team. He's a good presser. He presses hard. He runs. And he's one of the best in that position. And that's why I said that I told Alvon that don't be shocked if Mount plays ahead of Šeško. Don't be shocked. Yeah. So moving on, we have on Amorim on improvement. We are better, but also we have different characteristics we can change during the game. So that's the press conference. The next thing I want us to do is to have a predicted lineup. Post your comments. I'm seeing some comments coming in. I want to read them, but I want to let me open the page to create the lineup so that we can discuss and you let me know who you want. Am I wrong in doing it the way I want to do it? As well as post your front three. Who do you want to start? So the formation is usually 3-4-2-1. Where is it? 3-4-2-1. There you go. Let me now share the page. Okay. There you go. So let's have a discussion now. Before that, let me read the comments. I had forgotten about it. Let me go back to the section. As I said, welcome Sanjay to the UKG family. Iano, you are saying Zaxi inafaa aanze alafu Šeško aingie kama sub. Yeah, probably that could happen. Unfortunately, Jay-Z hasn't played any preseason games, so even if he starts, how many minutes will he play? I don't see him getting like 60 in a competitive match. But it's a good suggestion. Onana needs to leave. That is Dylan Demash. And I believe we have a couple of first-time chatters or first-time people who are joining the stream as well as posting on the comments. And Dylan is one of them. You're saying Onana needs to leave. I say that too. But I still want to give him like a one season grace period to see how he performs, especially if we get some elements. We need such a kind of a keeper to push him to perform better. Because Onana is not a bad keeper. It's just that I think the lack of competition and being too comfortable made him not perform as expected. Yeah. So yeah, the first time chatters is Dylan. I think it's the first time you're logging in or tuning in and chatting. Yano as well, Difre Papawemba, Random Thoughts, Alvon, I think I mentioned, and JJ. Yeah, so now let's build the lineup. And Netro Savage Gamer, you've said, yo, I don't know why the comment didn't come on screen, but Netro Savage Gamer is one of our loyal fans. As you can see, if you're on TikTok, you can see he has a UKG badge on next to his name. It's because he made some donations and automatically he was added to our UKG fan club. So, Netro Savage, thanks very much for always supporting the show. Yeah, so let's build the squad now. Let's build the squad. Who do we start with? Let's start with the goalkeeper. Let's start with the goalkeeper. As I mentioned, I want to still stick with Alte Bayandia. Alte Bayandia is played in the preseason. He has had good performance, other than the mistake he did against Arsenal. We need his performance, especially passing out from the back. So I will start him. I don't think Onana starts. Honestly, I don't see him starting. Probably his first game will be against Grimsby. But if he does, I'm wrong. I'll admit I'm wrong. Let me start with the center. With the center, I'm going to go for De Ligt. Let me think about it. Let me go for Maguire. I'll go with Maguire. Where is he? I think I have to search for Maguire. I'll go with Maguire, and then, of course, I'll go with Yoro on the right. Len Yoro on the right, and then on the left, I'll go with Luke Shaw. So that will be my back line. What do you think in the comment section? Let me know. Let's start discussing, or you criticize my lineup. Who should we change as we move ahead? So that will be my back line. So I will have Maguire in the middle, Lenioro on the right, Luke Shaw on the left, and then I will have Bayandia in the sticks, or between the sticks. Now let's move on to the wing backs. It's pretty obvious. It's always Dogu. Dogu starts on the left. On the right, I'm going to go with Ahmad. I think Ahmad will start this game because of his creativity. We missed Ahmad in Arsenal's game, especially in the first half. Ahmad has good dribbles. He can be able to press. He can be able to create chances, and we missed that, especially in the first half. And then, because of the physicality, I'm going to go with Casemiro and Bruno. I'm going to stick with the same midfield, or the same line that we had. SKD, you're asking, why not De Ligt? Well, I had him. But I changed my mind. I think Amorim will start Maguire because of his ball passing ability, as well as De Ligt had a hard shift against Arsenal. But I'm seeing a lot of guys, even Nevin, saying start De Ligt. So we'll make the change. Let's make the change. So SKD, I think, is also your first time chatting or logging in. Karibu sana. Welcome to the UKG family. Welcome to the UKG platform. Nevin, I think I've seen you once or twice. If not, correct me if I'm wrong. And then we are saying Kobe with Bruno. When want to see if it works, or you're saying we want to see if it works. So I'll go with the majority first. SKD and Nevin are saying we start the two. I don't know why the chat highlight is not coming up on this, but anyway. So let's change this to delete then. No, to delete, yes. So we have delete there. Let me see. We have Mahbub Mohammed, who's saying Kobe Mainu instead of Casemiro. We start Kobe instead of Casemiro. Mohammed, please confirm. Also, Nevin is saying Kobe can't shield the defense. So let me just bring the comments again. So Kobe with Bruno when we want to see if it works. Nevin is saying Kobe can't shield the defense. And then you're adding that, yes, that back three is complete now. Okay. So what do you think about that midfield? Mohammed, who's supporting Mohammed? We are going with the people's choice. Do we start with Casemiro or do we start with Kobe? Let me see. Yeah. I have the chat coming up. So, Mohammed is saying we start with Kobe. Nevin is saying no. Casemiro and Bruno. Okay. I'm with Nevin, so it's 2 versus 1. Let's see how many people come up and say we start with Kobe. Personally, I would start Kobe on Tuesday against Grimsby. If that's the next game you are playing, but I'll confirm. Or he comes in as sub. So SKD is saying Casemiro, Kobe can't defend now that Bruno is attacking minded, true. And we know that Fulham have a very, very sturdy midfield. They have a very strong midfield. So, yeah. Mohammed, don't feel discouraged. It's a democracy. Majority win. Okay, now, are we in agreement that that team so far is okay? Unpopular opinion. Whoa! Unpopular opinion. Bruno bench. You bench the captain. Okay, bad captain. In fact, it's a perfect timing for the name, or it's a perfect match for the game. Bad captain. Who do we put instead of? Who do we bring in instead of Bruno? Who do we bring in? Who do we bring in instead of Bruno? Another unpopular opinion. Heaton to start. Nah, not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. Trust me, it's never going to happen. I don't see Heaton starting that game. No. I don't see it happening. Honestly, I don't see it happening. Nah, it's not happening. Heaton to start? No. Yeah, it's unpopular, but no. Bad captain, I think it's also your first time tuning in and chatting. Karibu sana to the UKG family, UKG community, the most non-toxic community you'll find engaging United fans. So, yeah, unpopular opinion, Bruno to be benched. So you're saying I'll go with a pairing of Casemiro and Mainu. So 2 votes on Mainu, 3 votes on Casemiro. Okay, let's see what other guys are saying. Onana is back. Yeah, he is back, but I don't think he will start this game, honestly. I don't think he will start. I think his first game will be the Carabao Cup. Altai, I'm having that assurance or confident feeling that Altai will start this game. Altai bench. So Onana comes back, Altai bench. Alvon has also said Altai bench. We should pair Mainu and Manu. CEC Okumu. That's an interesting one. An interesting one. You're willing to risk with Ugarte after what he did against Arsenal. Yeah. So Mino 3. We also have, so far we have Mino 3, Casemiro 3. If I get another Case or Mino, I'm going with Casemiro. So far we have two guys who've said Bruno should start on the bench. No, one. Bad captain has said Bruno starts on the bench. We start with Kobe and Case. You're also saying if you see that squad, you're having 5 attack-minded players. Yeah, sure. We're having 5 attack-minded players. One, let me count. Dogu 1, Ahmad 2. Yeah. But it's not bad to have such kind of a transition. If you look at, I don't know why I keep forgetting about my tactics board, but Amorim always attacks with 5 or 6. That's why he plays the 3-4-3. And that is not a good balance, yeah, sure. Bruno is a hole in that team. Many won't see, but the wind will blow. True. Bruno changed how he was playing. Bruno, when he was at Sporting, he was a number 8. A true number 8. And he was defending. He was like Wharton, the way Wharton is. And then when he came in, Ole Gunnar decided to play him more in an attacking role, and it worked out. And ever since, he's been playing like an attacking midfielder. But Bruno's natural position, when he was in Italy, when he was in Sporting, he was playing as a number 8. So probably he can come back and do that. But I do agree with you. At the moment, Bruno leaves a huge gap in midfield. Onana, he should fight for his position because he cost us a lot. No, Bruno should start. Bruno should start. That is Alvon. He gave the unnecessary corner. It made us concede. I'll never forgive him. Don't be too bitter, SKD. Never hold grudges in football. You breathe it out. Put it in the lungs, breathe it out. Don't put it in the heart. Never ever feel so disappointed after a game, or keep hold of that emotion, or hold a grudge against players. I'll tell you what I usually tell everyone who's a football fan. And I also tell myself, especially after the Arsenal game, I also tell myself the same. These guys are being paid their salaries regardless. Whether they win, whether they lose, they still get their 6-figure salary every week. Yeah, so don't hold a grudge against Bruno. Don't. Then humans make mistakes. And trust me, most of us criticize them. We criticize these players, but if we are given that chance to play, we can't get to the levels these guys are. So don't hold grudges. The game is more like a movie, an entertainment. Yeah, we are here discussing about United. We will get disappointed, but we have to find a way to move on. Imagine now if you are holding on to scenes of the past, scenes of last season. Tutakufa na stress bana. Tutakufa na stress. Yeah. Yeah, so Mainu will start. Jeff Ahmed has come in. So we have 4 votes on Mainu so far. Jeff Ahmed is one of our loyal followers or our loyal fans. Jeff, did you follow us? Did you hit the subscribe on YouTube? You had promised to do it. Did you do it? Let me know. Billy Pablo, you are saying tomorrow one of our new signings might score. Good prediction. I'm also feeling that. If Sheshko starts, I know he will score. So let's proceed. So I think Mainu wins it. Personally, I would go with Casemiro, but Mainu wins it. Based on the votes. Majority wins. Unless more votes coming in. Jeff Ahmed, already subscribed. Thank you. Claps for him. So in case you haven't, go to the link in the description, go over to the red app, hit the subscribe, hit the like. And guys on YouTube, you're too quiet. I also want to see your comments. Or have we gone offline on YouTube? Let me just check whether we've gone offline on YouTube. So let's now start discussing the front three. We know obviously two of them are set. Who do we go for? Yeah, we are still live. Yeah, who do we go for? Let's see. Mainu, oh sorry. Mainu can't pair Bruno. Of course. In this game, it's a risk, but as I said, it's all about the fans. Majority wins. I wish you could post a poll on TikTok live and ask, or if there is a way to do it, I'll learn and I'll do it. Yeah. Alvin, you're saying at Billy Pablo. What is that about? It's obvious, Mbumo and Cunha, of course. So we go with Cunha. Matthias Cunha and Mbumo. And now the biggest one. Who starts up front? SKD, you are saying Cunha, Mbumo, Sheshko. So we have Sheshko. BBC in front. So you mean Benjamin, Brian, and Cunha. Or Benjamin, Mbumo. No, Benjamin, Brian, and Cunha. So you have 2 votes for Sheshko. Mzee Mzima, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the live. Thanks for posting your comment. You're saying nowadays Ugarte is very lazy. Funny enough, I think he's more active than he was last season. Last season, he really struggled. But his tackling is poorer than last season. So, yeah, he's very lazy. Sheshko, those are 3 votes. CEC Okumu, you are saying, I know Cunha and Mbumo will start, but I would like to see Zaxi pair with Cunha. Yeah, of course, especially in the second half. Jay-Z came on versus Fulham last year, and I think he got as a winner. So I would like to see Zaxi come on at some point in the game. But in terms of starting, I think the 2 boys will start. But yeah, I'm seeing Zaxi playing in the second half. I see Mainu, Gate, Bruno, Mbumo, Cunha, false 9, Sheshko, and Mount on the bench. Jeff Ahmed. Jeff, you always have... You always have comments that make someone think, like, yeah, that could happen. You always find a way to make someone doubt themselves. That could happen, actually. Mainu and Ugarte because of the physicality. But Mainu is slow. Ugarte, we've heard that he's lazy. Bruno, Mbumo, Cunha, false 9. It might happen. When we started the show, I said we might see the same front 3 as we saw against Arsenal. And if I did the lineup before I came on live, I would have gone for Mount, Mbumo, Cunha. SS, what does that mean? Billy Pablo. Or let me check on TikTok, probably something different. Yeah, it's SS. So, Mohammed, you're saying the 3 front line are Mbumo, Cunha, Sesko. So, I think let's go for Sesko because most people are saying Sesko. Or, I get it, Billy. You're meaning Sesko. Yeah. Yeah, so that is our complete lineup so far. So, we have Bandia in goal, or we go for Onana. I think guys came on late as we were discussing the goalkeepers. Let's confirm the goalkeeper. Do we go for Onana? Do we go for Bandia? We already had one person saying Heaton, but I don't see Heaton happening. I don't see Heaton playing. Probably against Grimsby, but not Fulham. Zaxi ataekwa sub juu ametoka injury. True. Alvon says so. Seshko will come from the bench. That is from bad captain. Pato. Thanks for joining. I think this is also your first time posting a comment in the comment section or contributing. If I'm wrong, let me know. Karibu sana. Welcome to the UKG community. So you're saying if we don't win tomorrow, I might go mad. Don't. 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 Please. Don't. Your mental health is important. But don't let Manchester United be the one to take it away from you. No. As I said, these guys will get paid regardless of whether they win, draw, or lose. The only extra money they get is if they win the trophy. But these guys will get paid. Casemiro will still get paid 350k whether he wins against Fulham or not. Sisi fans, we as fans are the ones who go through the pain. But don't keep it. Don't hold a grudge against players. Sometimes, yeah, we might be angry with them. Like right now, I'm angry with Garnacho and Sancho, but no, don't get mad. Don't go mad. Don't go mad. Be angry. Let it go. Don't go mad. But it's a must win. I agree with you. It won't be nice if we lose, and I'm fearful for Amorim's job if he doesn't get a win. A draw is worse. A draw will be worse. Let's get a win. It's a must win. A must win. So, but Captain, you're saying Mount, Mbumo, Cunha. Of course, I think that is settled. Now, what we want to agree on is the goalkeeper. I need a natural striker against a low blocking teams. That is SKD. Mzee Mzima, you're saying, is Mazraoui fit to play tomorrow? No. We've gone through the team news and we've seen that Licha and Mazraoui are not in the squad or will not be in the squad. Mohammed, you're saying no goalkeeper is Alte. Okay. Onana should start. That I think now it's Onana should play or is playing tomorrow. We need Heaton. The Michelis, Modise, I don't think it will happen. Honestly, I don't see Heaton playing. If I'm honest, or if we are being honest, you can't have the third keeper playing while the first and second choice keeper. The third choice keeper playing while the first and second choice are available. Not gonna happen. Probably against Grimsby. By the way, if we don't sign a CDM and use Martinez there, just asking. Yeah, we've seen a couple of guys saying that. Martinez playing there, but still, Premier League is brutal. Martinez, we can't ask him to come and start playing immediately. He's had a lot of injury issues. The way I've seen Amorim treating such kind of players, we'll play one-off games, subs here and there. So if we want to see him playing a CDM, probably is if we don't sign a CDM next summer. But this year, I don't think Martinez will play a lot of games. Mohamed, you're saying, no, don't do that to Pato. What did Pato say? Onana playing tomorrow. Well, we still have a lot of guys saying Onana. At SKD, he's much aggressive. That will be risking, of course. I think you mean who? Martinez. Yeah. Did Hoyland travel with the team? No, I don't think he traveled with the team. Hoyland is not in the squad. And there are reports that a deal with Napoli is close. I think our time is done, but let's go through the comments again. You might hate Onana, but he's the lesser devil, bad captain. So Alte is useless. We better play without a keeper. You guys have a lot of hate, man. You guys are too angry. Take it easy. Take it easy. It's football at the end of the day. You remember what Ferguson said? Football, bloody hell. So let's go with Onana then. I think most of you are saying Onana. So that's our lineup. Let's go through the lineup again. A 3-4-3. So we have Onana, Luke Shaw, Delict, Yoro. Then we have Ahmad, Fernandez, Mainu, Dogu. And then we have Cunha, Mbumo, and Sheshko. So that's the UKG community predicted lineup. So before we end the live, because our 1 hour is done, let's go for the predictions. CC Okumu, you're saying Bruno Mainuta. Yeah, that's what the community has said. I went for Casemiro, but the Mainu got a lot of votes. Mainu got a lot of votes. So let's move on to the predictions. Come on, guys, let me know. Predictions. What will be the score prediction for this game? I'm going for a 3-1 win. I know the statistics are saying that we win narrowly. The last few games or 5 games we've won narrowly, but I'm going with a 3-1 win to United. CEC Okumu, you're agreeing with me. You're saying 3-1. 3-1 to United or 3-1 to Fulham? Because Fulham are home, United are away. So if you say 3-1, does it mean Fulham 3, United 1? Of course, I know you mean United. I'm just kidding. Remember to invite me tomorrow, bro, inshallah. Well, we are going live tomorrow after the game. But I did ask a question, and yesterday it came up during our Chaos Squad Ground show. Do we do a watch along or not? I didn't get an answer. Guys suggested we do a watch along. I didn't get an answer. I think they suggested and logged off. So are you guys wanting us to have a watch along? Because the issue, I know most guys don't watch the game at home. They usually go out to a pub or they watch via their phone. So let me know if you guys will want us to do a watch along. If not, then we can do it another day or later. Bad Captain, you're saying... and of course, Mzee Mzima, tomorrow I don't think I'll have guests on the show. We usually have them on Monday, but who knows? We might decide to have guests on the show tomorrow and do away with the Monday show. We'd be doing it after the game. It might work better having guys log in and give their opinions. So yeah, tomorrow I'll make sure I invite you. And of course, make sure you keep your notifications on so that when we go live, you are there. So Bad Captain, you're saying 3-0. Mohammed, you're saying I predict 3-1. Billy Pablo, you're saying 2-0 to United, 2-0 win to United. Cunha on the score sheet. I hope to see one of those 3, if not all. I think if we can get a Mbumo or a Cunha or Sheshko scoring, especially if Sheshko scores, it will give him so much confidence, and we have a good forward there. 3-1 win, Bruno, Mbumo, Delict. Yeah, that's your score prediction as well as the scorers. Sheshko to score. Yeah, I'm hoping so as well. I'm going 1-2 United. So keep quiet. Is it United to lose 1 or to win 2? Let me know. 3-1 to United. So it seems a lot of guys are saying 3-1. Then, by the way, can you talk about Lamens? We talked about Lamens extensively yesterday, but I will highlight. I'm not saying no. I will highlight. I haven't been online the whole day, but I will check the news and then give you an update, because in the morning I did see that the talks are still ongoing. I haven't checked, but we'll check together. As well as give my thoughts about him. So 1-3 CEC. Cunha, Sheshko, Bruno. Then Ahmad, that is Cizio Kumu, you're still saying Ahmad, Dogu and Cunha will assist. Dogu will get a lot of assists this season. The way Dogu is playing, he will get a lot of assists this season. Especially if we have a focal point in Benjamin Sheshko. Dogu will get a lot of assists. Bruno, Mbumo and Sheshko to score. It seems a lot of guys are saying Bruno will score. Mbumo will score. Sheshko will score. Fulham to win the game. This is Mr. Coco. Yeah, they can win. They are at home. We know that they usually give United issues. But my guess is you are a rival fan. And I don't think United fan will predict Fulham to win. Mr. Coco, I think also it's the first time you're logging in and chatting. Karibu sana. Let us know, which team do you support? Dogu is so sharp. Yes, I watched a training video of him. Was it today morning or yesterday? And he was doing training with specialists or private coaches. And that boy is strong. He's fast. And that training was doing it after they training with the club, so we expect a lot from Dogu. At Mr. Coco, uko na roho mbaya sana kijana. Well, it's his prediction. It's his prediction, whether he's a rival or not. But we do welcome him to the platform regardless. Tomorrow tag me. Tomorrow tag me. Manchester United to win 6-1. Save this. This is Solomon saying, "Oh, that's a huge prediction. That's a huge prediction. United 6, Fulham 1. I'll make sure I tag you. In case that happens. Mzemzima, it's true. Well, we have to see. Unpopular opinion, if we get rid of Bruno, we might play better on possession. Yeah, we might. I like the word might. But as I said yesterday on the Chaos Squad Ground show, I did say that Bruno, you need a Bruno. Every team needs a Bruno. You look at City, they had De Bruyne. You look at how they played today, they missed a De Bruyne. Right now, they don't have a De Bruyne kind of player. Chucky is yet to be that player. You look at Chelsea, they have, what's his name? I'm starting to zone out. I told you guys I'm poor with names. This guy they got from City and scores penalties. What's his name? Anyway, you let me know. You look at also Liverpool. They now have Florian Wirtz. Yeah, so every team needs a Bruno kind of player. And if we sell Bruno right now, we will regret it. I'm telling you, we will regret it. I keep saying, personally, I'd keep him for one more season. And yesterday I said, if Angelo Stiller is part of the targets, then we get Angelo Stiller to come in and play in place of Bruno. Every team needs that sort of player. You look at Arsenal, they have Odegaard. Yeah, so Palmer, there you go. Finally, Cole Palmer is Chelsea's Bruno. So it's unpopular opinion, but we do need a Bruno kind of player. Every team needs that. Considering we now have Cunha, no, they are not the same. They are not the same. Honestly, they are not. Cunha is totally different to Bruno. Have you ever seen Bruno dribble like Cunha? Has Bruno ever dribbled past 3, 4, 5, 6 players like Cunha does? No. They are totally different. Furthermore, if Cunha and Bruno are the same profile, Cunha could have been or should be among the top assists makers in the league. But they are not. Sawa too, but you will be disappointed, Bana. So there is a bit of a war between Mzemzima and Mr. Coco. It's a healthy one. It's good to see them arguing. Full time and 4.5. Well, I'm a bit disappointed not to... I'm a bit disappointed that I've highlighted that comment. I don't advocate for betting whatsoever. Honestly, I don't. Betting is a scam, and I hope you guys don't bet. And if you do, you should stop. Betting is a scam. Uko poa bro. Kesho tuombee timu yetu ushindi. Juwale vitumbo mkebe wa Arsenali wameshinda. I have nothing more to add. Morinke, I have nothing more to add. I have nothing more to add on that. Yeah, so so I think that's it. That's it for the day. And it was it ended on TikTok, but guys on YouTube, thanks a lot. So yeah, see you tomorrow after the game. Cheers and bye bye.